Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. From today's video, we are going to discuss about writers. So today's video is about the writer Geoffrey Chaucer. So Geoffrey Chaucer was a writer of 14th century. Geoffrey Chaucer was born between 1340 and 1345, probably in London. His father was a wine merchant. Chaucer's literary career into three periods, which are called his French, his Italian, and his English period. So French periods between 1343 to 1370, where he worked as a public servant to Countess Elizabeth of Este. Next he went to fight in the 100 Years' War in France, where he was captured for ransom, and due to this his royal connection, King Edward III, helped pay his ransom. The second one is Italian period, 1370 to 1385. During this period, he served as a controller of custom and was also sent on diplomatic missions to France, Spain, and Italy. The third one is English period. In this period, he served as a justice of peace and member of parliament. His influences of English language. Chaucer, as a representative poet of England, he was a chronicle of England in 14th century. Chronicle, the one who showcases. He was also the first great British poet. Chaucer, his life thus covers a period of glaring social contrast and rapid political change. The greatest evil of the age of Chaucer was the growing corruption in England as well as in church. And there, one of the contemporary of Chaucer was John Wycliffe. He initiated a movement for the corruption in church named Lollard Movement. He tries to reform the corruption from England, and in that moment Chaucer supported him from his work. In this movement, Latin language was replaced by English language. Chaucer, through his prologue, satirized the numerous voices prevalent at the time of the church. Chaucer knows that religion lies in the spirit rather than in the observance of forms and ceremonies. Chaucer met Petrarch and Boccaccio in Italy, and this meeting had a powerful impact on Chaucer's literary career. So students, अब तक आप इतना तो समझ ही गए होंगे कि बेसिकली हमने जेफरी चॉसर के बारे में ये वीडियो स्टार्ट किया है, जो जेफरी चॉसर 14th सेंचुरी से बिलोंग करते थे, जिसमें उनके लाइफ टाइम के सबसे बड़े इविल करप्शन को रिप्रेजेंट किया गया है, जो कि इंग्लैंड में और चर्च में बुरी तरह से स्प्रेड हो चुका था. वो उस करप्शन को रोकने के लिए उन्होंने बहुत सारे स्टेप्स लिए. इवन उसी दौरान जॉन विक्लिफ, जिन्होंने करप्शन के लिए एक मोमेंट उठाया था जिसमें चौसर ने उन्हें सपोर्ट किया था. Chaucer was the mouthpiece of his age. Chaucer was a court poet who wrote for cultured readers and a refined society. Chaucer is also called the father of modern English. Chaucer has been called the father of English poetry, and E. Albert calls him the earliest of the great moderns. Chaucer stands at the end of the Middle Ages and the beginning of the modern age. He has been called the morning star of the Renaissance. His poetry reflects the medieval spirit as well as that of the Italian Renaissance, which was making its first influence. So in this video lecture, we are going to discuss about Nun Priest's Tale, which is one of the tale of the Canterbury Tales. In Canterbury Tales, there were 30 pilgrims, in which each of them had to narrate two tales. So in his prologue, Chaucer showcases the religious life of his time, and through the character, the monk, the priors, the friar, the nuns, the pardon, etc. All of them were religious minded, and all of them were engaged in making money and corruptions. So, here, prologue to the Canterbury Tales. The Canterbury is a stories within a story. April is the month of regeneration. बेसिकली यहाँ से आप समझ सकते हो मार्च अप्रैल के टाइम हमारे ईयर का स्टार्टिंग होता है, हमारे नए नए क्लासेस भी उसी समय स्टार्ट होते हैं, हमारे न्यू बैचेस स्टार्ट होते हैं, बहुत सारे फेस्टिवल स्टार्ट होने शुरू होते हैं. तो अप्रैल को मंथ ऑफ रीजेनरेशन के नाम से भी रिप्रेजेंट किया गया है. सेंट थॉमस इज अ होली पर्सन. पीपल गो देयर फॉर टेकिंग देयर ब्लेसिंग्स टू लिव हेल्दी एंड हैप्पी. लाइक हम लोग मंदिर जाते हैं आशीर्वाद लेने, भगवान जी से प्रे करने. उसी तरह यहाँ सेंट थॉमस एक होली पर्सन है जहाँ लोग जाते हैं, उनसे प्रे करते हैं कि उनकी लाइफ हेल्दी और हैप्पी हो. द नरेटर ओपन्स द जनरल प्रोलोग विद अ डिस्क्रिप्शन ऑफ द रिटर्न ऑफ स्प्रिंग. ही डिस्क्राइब्स द अप्रैल रेन्स, द फ्लावर एंड लीव्स, द chirping of birds. Around this time of year, the narrator says, people being to feel the desire to go on a pilgrimage. The travelers were a diverse group who, like the narrator, were on their way to Canterbury. There were 30 members, including host, on the pilgrimage. Chaucer was also a true social and religious person. Chaucer has been called the Prince of Plagiarists. So, in Nun Priest's Tale, there was a nun. Her smiling was simple and she was very shy. Her greatest oath was only by Saint Louis that she did not swear at all. She was also named Madame Eglantine. She was fully trained in the art of eating. She allowed no morsel to fall from her lips. She did not wet her fingers deeply in the sauce. She knew how to lift a morsel and how to keep it up, with the result that no drop at all fell upon her breast. Her greatest pleasure lay in courtesy. She sang with a nasal intonation. She spoke French fluently and frequently. She was very well trained in table manners. She was kind, sympathetic, and also she was a kind-hearted. That she would weep if she saw a mouse entrapped or if it were dead or bleeding. So it's all about the nun. So now we are going to discuss about the tale. This is the 626 line narrative poem, is a beast fable and mock epic based on an incident in the Renard cycle. So it is a beast fable with a dear moral. It is about a Chanticleer, a roaster, and he has got 7 wives, and the favorite one is Perchelotte. One spring morning, Chanticleer awakens from a terrible dream of a beast roaming in the yard trying to seize him. Basically, एक सुबह जब चॉन्टिक्लियर उठता है तो उसने बहुत बुरा सपना देखा होता है. और वो अपनी फेवरेट वाइफ पर्टिकुलर से शेयर करता है। उसने देखा कि एक फॉक्स था जो उसको खा गया। दिस बीस्ट कलर एंड मार्किंग्स वर मच द सेम एज अ फॉक्स। लेडी Pertulate cries out for shame. Fie on you, heartless coward, fie on you, and tells him that being afraid of dreams is cowardly and that by showing such fear he has lost her love. जब उसने अपनी वाइफ को बताया तो उसकी वाइफ ने उस पर जोर से चीखा कि बुरे सपने से डरते नहीं है, तुम कावर्ड हो। द फॉक्स Next day, when he goes to a farm, he finds a fox as well. The fox starts to praise Chanticleer singing and ask him to sing for him. So, her wife tells him he dreamed because he ate too much and that it is well known that dreams have no meaning. He simply needs a laxative. Chanticleer graciously thanks Lady Pertilotte, but he quotes authorities who maintain that dreams have a very definite meaning and insists that he does not need a laxative. Later, Chanticleer catches sight of a fox named Don Russell, who is hiding near the farmyard. Chanticleer begins to run, but the fox gently calls out that he only came to hear his Chanticleer's beautiful voice. So the fox starts to praise Chanticleer singing and ask him to sing for him. And Chanticleer, the vain cock, shut his eyes and burst into song. So Chanticleer closes his eyes and the fox takes the opportunity and snatches him and start running away with him. Chanticleer जैसे ही अपनी आंखें बंद करता है गाना गाने के लिए, फॉक्स उसी समय अपॉर्चुनिटी देख के उसको स्नैच कर लेता है and grabs him about the neck and make him off with him, और उसको लेके चला जाता है। The hens in the barnyard make such a terrible commotion that they arouse the entire household. Soon the widow, her two daughters, the dogs, hens, geese, ducks, heaven, bees are chasing the fox. और उस यार्ड में, फार्म यार्ड में जितने भी लोग रहते हैं, जितने भी जानवर रहते हैं, सब उस फॉक्स को चेस करने के लिए उसके पीछे दौड़ने लगते हैं। So Chanticleer suggests to the fox to turn around and shout insult at his pursuers. The fox, thinking Chanticleer's idea a good one, opens his mouth and Chanticleer nimbly escapes to a treetop. The fox tried once again to lure Chanticleer down by compliments and flattery, but the roaster had learned his lesson. So basically जब सब उसके पीछे पड़ जाते हैं तो फॉक्स भी थोड़ा डर जाता है एंड वो Chanticleer को जैसे ही अपने मुंह से निकाल के नीचे रखता है, Chanticleer मौका देखते ही पेड़ पे चढ़ जाता है। आफ्टर दैट फॉक्स अगेन ट्राई करता है कि Chanticleer किसी तरह नीचे आ जाए, बट दैट टाइम अब Chanticleer को एक लेसन मिल चुका है कि वो फ्लैटरी में ना फंसे, and he learns that he should not be prey to flattery and should not trust the flatterers. So this is all about the Nun Priest Tale. So thank you everyone. Have a great day ahead. Keep watching videos.